Das ENERGI by Paul Williams. Copyright 1973. Narrated by Rex King. Page 1. The only sin is self-hatred. It is the act of negation. Its opposite is faith. There is no such thing as evil. The concept of evil is a crutch. We will not heal until we toss away the crutch. To heal is to become healthier. To become healthier is to enjoy a freer flow of energy. It is the flow of energy that gets us high. To perceive something as evil is to imagine that object, that person, is not a part of me. He's something else. To perceive evil is to attempt to deny that we are all one. We have a myth that relates to this, the myth of God and Satan. The fallen angel Lucifer, cast out of heaven for disobeying God. God who is good, Lucifer who is not good. Not God, evil. But who is God trying to kid? God is all. There is nothing that is not God. Lucifer is God. There is no distance. One cannot fall from grace. One can pretend, perhaps, that brother over yonder is not me. He is something else. He is everything of myself that I cast out of myself. One can pretend, but for how long? There is no way to cast out any part of one's self. Systems of energy contain no garbage. There is no such thing as garbage. Dear God, the jig is up. Stop chasing your tail. Embrace yourself. Lucifer returns to heaven, and there be dancing in the streets. The only sin is self-hatred. We call it sin, but its true name is delusion. We have got to get ourselves back to the garden. Easily done. We are in the garden. Let us open our eyes. Page 3. If you let go, something will happen. Fear is always anticipation of the unknown. Most human energy flow problems relate to the inability to relax. Fear of letting go. If you let go, something will happen. Fear of the unknown. Rational mind wants to make a deal. First tell me what will happen, and then I'll let go. Fuck you. No one knows what's going to happen, ever. The future, next moment, is unknowable, unknown. Rational mind won't believe that. He is afraid to. Sometimes it is enlightening to have a word for God. Sometimes it is blinding. If you make a list of words for God, you will have a list of all words. You will not have God. Energy flows through all things. It rests in none of them. Guilt is a form of self-hatred, also of self-indulgence. No one benefits from your feeling guilty, except you. You use guilt to shield yourself from the pain of awareness. When you short-circuit your energy, you cheat us all. Then use that as excuse for further short-circuiting. There is a way out of this trap. Don't feel guilty. Don't cop out. Accept responsibility for your actions. Do what's right. Don't live in the past. Learn from the past. Do right in the present. What is right? Right is what feels right. Intuitive awareness. You at this moment know exactly what's right for you to do at this moment. No one else knows. No facts are relevant. Think of yourself as a piece of equipment, if you like. You are a human body with a human mind superimposed. Through the subconscious of that mind, you are linked with or a part of, have access to all human consciousness everywhere. Through your subconscious, you are a sensitive instrument. You are a physical, emotional, spiritual extension of the whole human race. You are an individual, a particular extension, an extremity. You are defined by your own conception of you, self. Through your subconscious, you have access to all. You are a sensitive instrument. At any given moment, you can feel what's right and do it. Feeling requires no effort on your part. It is what you were designed to do. It is you. No one else is the same person, and nowhere else is this moment. You are a piece of equipment, and you can see a table or hear a voice, then you can feel what's right. You are God. Page 8. Each human is an island. We are all one being. Each human is an island, alone, cut off, distant, full of the pain of that distance, reaching out every moment to ease his loneliness, becoming ever more conscious of her aloneness, moving heaven and earth to fill that empty place, that gnawing hunger, that bottomless pit of the heart that is always deepest just at the moment you think you've finally filled it. It is absurd. It is unbearable. It is the force that keeps us going, the destroyer of peace, the sole motivation, outward urge, the source of all pain and joy, hope and despair, hatred, love, the meaning of life. We are all one being, nothing more, nothing less. We are each alone, cut off from ourself by oceans of distance, struggling for awareness but blinded by terror, desperate for peace but unable to rest. Each human is an island. Each island is an extension of the same damn planet. The past and the future are inevitable. The past and the future do not exist. Page 10. What is this word efficiency? Sometimes it seems a close cousin to death. We are encouraged not to linger, not to enjoy life, to hurry up and get it done so we'll have time for something else. Something else, what? Efficiency, the destroyer, millions upon millions of living dead, done in by the electric can opener and the automobile. Progress is our most important product. Babies are our business. Time is money. Life is cheap. Modern technology, modern business, the modern state gives us everything we need. Except breathable air, drinkable water, edible food, meaningful work, freedom from fear, freedom to love, freedom to be ourselves, courage, pride, friendship, hope. The moral of the story is, don't be in such a hurry. Beware creeping efficiency. Slow down and live. Dear Abby, if we merge into group consciousness and unity, one being, will I lose my individuality? I've had it a long time, and I am rather attached to it, concerned. Dear Concerned, we already are one being. You are still an individual, so clearly there is nothing to worry about. In fact, the more you are aware of and act like yourself, the more valuable you are to the total creature. Unlike the modern corporate socialist state, which requires carbon copy invariant individuals in order for its computers to predict and control social, economic, political events, the living, breathing, organically structured being that inhabits this planet, that is now in the process of becoming conscious of itself, has need of the greatest possible diversity in its component parts. The more diverse an ecological system, the healthier it is. So embrace your individuality, your selfness. You have nothing to lose but your credit cards. Love, Abby. Truth is what sounds right. Beauty is what looks right. Beware of symmetry. Beware means be aware. It is not possible to make a mistake. In the beginning, God created all this stuff, then put Adam and then Eve in the middle of it. And they could dig it all right. It was paradise. Then God, who was no dummy, said, "Look, kids, I've got some business to take care of. Have fun and do whatever you feel like. But whatever you do, don't touch that tree over there." So, of course, they did. And God came back, threw a fit, tore up the lease, and threw them out. So the story goes. And it all rings true. Adam and Eve, humanity ate of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil and lost their primal innocence, expanded their awareness, and they were on their way. They couldn't turn back. Like all our actions, their act was irrevocable. Okay, but what is this bullshit about a religion based on regretting that move? It isn't possible to make a mistake, is it? We are God. Took us a long time to figure it out, didn't it? And it's high time we stopped messing around with this guilt crap and got down to business, which is, I think, creating heaven on earth. Let's affirm our past and say goodbye to it and get to work on the present. Why wait any longer for the world to begin? Vote with your life. Vote yes.